In 1865, deep in the Finnish forests, a wood pulp mill rose beside a rushing river. That humble mill, named Nokia after the river itself, seemed an unlikely birthplace for a global empire. Decades passed, and the company drifted through rubber boots, tires, and cables, reinventing itself again and again. By the 1960s, a small electronics division formed almost as an afterthought inside the sprawling conglomerate. Engineers there began tinkering with radio transmission, a hobby that would soon become destiny. In 1981, Nokia helped launch the Nordic Mobile Telephone Network, one of the world's first cellular systems. A decade later, in 1991, the first GSM call in history was placed using Nokia equipment. The world was quietly shifting from wires to airwaves, and Nokia stood at the exact center of that shift. In 1992, Jorma Ollila took the helm and made a radical decision: abandon everything except telecommunications. Rubber, cables, televisions, paper, all of it was sold off or shut down without hesitation. The gamble was total, and for a moment, the company's future hung on a single bet. Then came 1998, and Nokia overtook Motorola to become the largest mobile phone maker on Earth. Their phones weren't just devices, they were cultural objects instantly recognizable in every corner of the globe. The Nokia 3310 arrived in 2000, a slab of nearly indestructible plastic that became a global icon. Its battery lasted for days, its shell survived falls that shattered lesser phones, and its game, Snake, became legendary. Ringtones composed for Nokia's default melody became one of the most recognized sounds ever created by a machine. By the mid-2000s, Nokia commanded nearly 40% of the entire global mobile phone market. Factories hummed across Finland, Germany, China, and beyond, churning out hundreds of millions of handsets a year. Nokia's design labs experimented boldly, from candy bar shapes to sliders to early touchscreen concepts. Yet inside that success, a quiet rigidity was hardening around the company's engineering culture. Nokia's operating system Symbian had powered its rise, but it was aging and increasingly difficult to evolve. Meanwhile, in California, a very different kind of company was preparing to redefine what a phone could be. In January 2007, Steve Jobs walked onto a stage and introduced the iPhone to the world. Nokia executives reportedly saw early demonstrations and dismissed the device as underpowered and impractical. The iPhone's touchscreen-first design and app-driven software represented a philosophy Nokia's engineers hadn't fully embraced. A year later, Google unveiled Android, offering manufacturers a free, flexible operating system built for touch. Nokia clung to Symbian, layering patches and updates onto a foundation never designed for this new era. Internally, warnings circulated, most famously in a leaked memo comparing the company to a burning oil platform. Executives debated, prototypes were built and shelved, and precious years slipped away in indecision. Consumers began drifting toward sleek, touchscreen rivals that felt like they belonged to the future. In 2011, Nokia partnered with Microsoft, betting its survival on the unproven Windows Phone platform. The Lumia series that followed was praised by critics for its camera and design, but sales stayed painfully thin. Developers chasing the largest audiences built their apps for iOS and Android and largely ignored the rest. Without a thriving app ecosystem, even elegant hardware couldn't win back the customers Nokia had lost. Market share that once approached 40% collapsed to single digits within just a few punishing years. In 2013, Microsoft purchased Nokia's mobile phone business for roughly $7 billion, closing an era. The brand that once symbolized mobile innovation itself had become a cautionary tale taught in business schools. Yet, the story didn't end there. Nokia pivoted hard into telecom network infrastructure and equipment. Freed from the consumer phone battle, the company quietly rebuilt itself as a backbone supplier for 5G networks. Today, the Nokia name endures not on a phone in every pocket, but deep within the networks connecting the world.